Collective, today we are talking about the emptiness that you are sitting in and what's about to happen. So, what was the message that was given to me by the divine was actually really beautiful. You've been sitting in this emptiness, this stillness. And I just recorded a reading where it was talking about, savoring your essence before the world gets to savor you. And listen, for this, okay, for this individual, for the collective that I am tapping into, you are going through rapid style, okay, lessons. I mean, you are cycling through them very, very, very fast. Okay, so in this aspect of sitting in the stillness, you are enjoying your essence. You're enjoying the exploration of you. You're enjoying the notes of you. You're just having fun. Okay. And in the emptiness, you're actively not empty, right? It seems as though you're empty, but you're not. And because you're being so poured into you, it's creating an energetic field, right? Where now others are going to want to pour into you as well. Okay. And I have to sit here and say, it's very much giving the energy of like someone being very rich, very wealthy, and someone seeing their light. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I just want to give you things because of your name. I want, to give you free stuff because of who you are. I feel like this is the season where now people are going to want to pour into you. The collective, the world is getting ready to see your magnetism. The world is getting ready to see what you've been cultivating in the stillness. And as you've been cultivating this in the stillness, you are allowing yourself to bloom in just really beautiful ways. You have this fragrance that you just you have this fragrance that comes off of you, right, that makes someone stop and smell the flowers, smell the roses. You are that fragrance that is coming off of the flower. You are the flower, right? So the message from spirit was also to be very careful in this particular season of your life. You are very magnetic and you have this energy where it is an emptiness. It seems is a perceived emptiness because really you are filled within. You're not operating from lack. And because you are filled within, the world now wants to actively pour into you. And so this is where you use wisdoms. Do I want to receive this? Do I want to align with this? I want to accept what's being offered to me? Is there an attachment to it? And if you are receiving something, make sure that you know you're receiving it without attachments, unless you want those attachments, okay? But you are a free individual. You are a sovereign. And in being sovereign and being, the head of your household, the head of your life, you get to decide what comes into your energetic field. The first card that came out, and I'm channeling this with the beautiful Arch Angel Raphael, is chess, okay? Opposition has been playing checkers. I say this all the time, but the divine has been playing chess, and you are on the side of the divine. Okay. And divine has been moving you strategically where it may seem as though you didn't know where the path was going to lead. You didn't even know if there was a moment where you could breathe. Some of you have gone through some really um, deep initiations, okay, into this process, because the deeper that you went into what seemed like, the territory of opposition, the bigger the reward. And you didn't do it based off of the reward for yourself, right? For the accolades, for what would even be given to you, spiritual wealth. You did it because this was like your mission at hand. This is the imprints that the creator imprinted within your heart, and you signed up for this, right? So there's always been a master plan within your life, and you may not have felt, and you may not even feel, right, past and present, that things are working out for you in the way that they should. You know, maybe you feel like you struggled more than you should have. You may feel like, you know, you weren't really supported or seen, you know, by the world. You may have even gotten, you know, upset and wanted to walk away. But the reason why you were going through all of this, the reason why you were taken through the hardships, the reason why you had to really go through, let's call the shadows, is because those shadows were actively refining you to take your position in the collective. And the next card that came out is the pillars, right? So this is, to me, is saying you are going to be a pillar of your community. What that's going to look like for, you know, you individually is different because this is a collective reading, right? But overall, you are what you are that energy that those are, you know, that others are looking up to. Again, I was getting this type of energy, kind of like a celebrity, right, who has things, who has probably everything that they need and some, and they're still being poured into because of who they are, their name, right? Because they become a pillar in a community. They become, you know, for some, pillars nationwide, you know, or a pillar, you know, in the country that they exist in. And this is where, you know, they're fulfilled, you know, and they may be fulfilled on a physical level, right, but they're content. And I don't want to sit here and say, oh, it's like you're going to have the status of a celebrity, right? I feel like obviously use discernment with this. The point is that you are moving in an energy where your energy is magnetic. You are moving in a particular time and season within your life where people are realizing and looking at you like, wow, this person is, you know, it, you may appear empty, but it's like, okay, this person is sitting in silence. I want to go have a conversation with this person. Well, is that conversation going to be fruitful to you, right? So this is where Spirit is saying use wisdom. People are going to want to pour into you because they're going to see that you're in a state of peace. They're going to see that you don't need to be using things to escape your reality, or you're looking for a certain type of fulfillment, you know, in connections with others. There's something about your peace and you enjoying the essence of you, right? And kind of savoring your notes, as I've been saying, because I just love that saying since Spirit gave it to me, where it's like, you know what? This person may seem conservative, they seem reserved, but when they see you interacting with you, it's your light, it's your inner child coming out to play. You're having a good time, right? And they want some of that, right? Why do you think they're giving, you know, endorsements to celebrities? Because they want some of what the celebrity has to give, some of the accolades. They want, you know, to be in the good graces. The people are now rising up to meet you because they want to be in your good graces. Okay, they understand that your energy is abundant. They understand that your energy is fruitful because guess what? The next card that came out is the water carrier. And in this is where, you know, you have a generous spirit of you. And it doesn't mean that you are giving yourself away, right? Or that you're giving your stuff away, yourself away, your time. You have done so much for you that it is affecting the collective. It is affecting the spaces that you enter into. It's affecting the people that you know that you talk to. It's affecting your environment. Okay, animals react to you, babies react to you, people, even adults, are looking at you like, where did this angel walk out of heaven from? Because I am trying to access some of that light. Do you hear what I'm saying, collective? Okay, we got the crystal ball. I feel like you are now seeing yourself crystal clear and you are not looking. See, the reason why you're sitting in this perceived emptiness is because you've learned to fill your own cup. And in this perceived emptiness, regardless of whatever your circumstances are looking like, you found peace. And people are starting to see you crystal clear. And it doesn't mean that they can figure you out, right? But because you've been able to see yourself crystal clear, they can sit here and say, oh, you're blessed. That's a divine one. That one's touched by the creator. That one has insight. That one has wisdom. And now they're seeing clearly what you've been able to cultivate for yourself and what they are lacking. And now they want to pour into you again, celebrity status. I'm not saying you're a celebrity, I'm saying celebrity status energy, where now people are trying to pour into you because they want some of what you got. So are you just going to take all offers that people give you? Absolutely not. Because guess what? We got constellation. And so constellation is speaking to networking. It is speaking to, I feel like this is predestined alignments with what this card and what Archangel Raphael is giving is predestined alignments, right? And you are basically arranging the chips, right? And you and the divine, right? Because it's tandem. You're working hand in hand with the divine to just be in a state of flow where these alignments are going to open up to you the more that you just live life. And in these alignments, I feel like it's not necessarily for you to align with every single thing that's being offered to you, because one of the messages that I heard recently was you're going to be poured into and then some. Okay, and as I said, that it was 1111. The next card that came out confirms that we have the convertible. Now, for the convertible to come up, it's a brand new car, looks beautiful, or maybe it's classic, okay, but like, ancient, but fresh. It's reborn, okay. This is where you are gonna have a lot of options that are going to be presenting themselves to you based off of your energy, your magnetism. And this is where, again, whether it's good energy or bad energy, what are you choosing to allow to engage with you in this, I'm getting like this void, so to speak, because you got uncomfortable in the void. You got uncomfortable in this perceived emptiness. And I don't want to take away from the fact that there is actual emptiness here. You do need to be poured into, but you're not operating in life from a state of lack. You're not operating in life from a state of, I need this, gimme, 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 gimme. You're actively operating in life from a state of, I'm at peace with the circumstances. I know that I'm provided for. I know that I'm cared for. I know that I'm loved. And in this, I know that I'm provided for. I know that I'm cared for. I know that I'm loved energy. You are going to use discernment into what enters into your energetic sphere, into the engagements that you have, the conversations that you have. And I don't want to sit here and say that you're going to be moving around being rude, but if there's certain energies that are trying to engage with you that are not on the same vibrational frequency, you can tune them out. I was very much coming to the library to record this reading for you guys, and I'm singing my heart out because I am just in love with life and in love with my reflection. So in love with my reflection. And so I'm singing this song, and it's like, I choose you, and I wish I knew the girl's name, because I would give it to y'all, okay? Um, and this guy's like from the other side of the street, literally waving at me like this. And I smiled and I kept on in my own entire world, because with much respect, I wasn't trying to get hit on. I'm trying to sit here and say, I choose you, my reflection, I choose you. Singing it obviously really loudly and proudly. Okay. The whole world is going to hear my voice. So, because you have this beautiful light and you're sitting in this void energy, and you can be poured into, but you're becoming much more selective, you're becoming much more choosy. This energy of refinement that you've gone through has allowed you to sit here and say, you know what, someone is on that particular journey, or they're walking down a particular path in their journey, and that path does not look feasible to me, and I'm choosing to now go the other way. I'm choosing to continue down my path. I don't need to engage with this person. And Spirit's been showing me that like the 5D and the 3D reality are literally parallel to each other. And you may have others, in that 3D trying to say hi to you. I got better options coming. Thank you. Have a wonderful, not even have a wonderful day, because me and my ancestors were very careful with what the words we speak over someone's life. Take care of yourself now, because they're their own responsibility. Okay. And We also have the gavel, right? And when I said take care now, they're their own responsibility. This is decisions made. Okay, your spirit has already made decisions of you're only going to engage with a certain energy of a certain class, okay, a certain energy level, okay, of pure heartedness, rooted in divinity, tranquility, peace, abundance, understanding the happiness within life. You're engaging with energies, even if they're not all of that. You're only choosing to engage with energies that see your value and are willing to pay you your value, are willing to have that mutual energy exchange that is beneficial for both parties. And if it's not beneficial for both parties, you are saving your conversations, you are saving your peace. And I feel like I needed to hear this message as well too, because I am in a certain energy field and I'm using discernment, but it's not only just using discernment, it's standing by the boundaries and the standards that you've established for your own life. Someone can be dressed nice, someone can present themselves, but if they're not willing to to meet you with a true and divinely aligned, mutually beneficial energy exchange, whatever that looks like, it's not worth your time. I'm speaking for myself at this point. It is not worth my time. And the more that we honor, our energetic space, the more that we honor the void that we are operating out of, and we are being selective, we are being very choosy with who enters our environment. The bodybuilder card as the overarching card for this message. You are now allowing yourself to make the wiser decisions and align with what is truly meant for you. See, a lot of people feel like they're obligated to somebody's time, to somebody's communication, to their energy space. And because the world has operated in a certain kind of way, we have also felt collective. Like if someone wanted our time to be in our energetic space, that we owed that to them. What we owe to ourselves is self care, is self love, is self nurture, is self acceptance, self growth, self liberation, freedom to operate from our sovereignty collective. That is where we're at. Thank you so much to listen for listening to this message with me in spirit. Take care, y'all.